Chapter 63-42. Then Helena continued, "Of course, Mr. Rothschild. Please don't misunderstand me. I am not doubting your character and business ethics. But this is a matter of great importance. We must be 100% sure that there are no problems before we can truly complete this transaction. So I have to trouble you to be more patient. After everything is confirmed, you will get what you want. During this period of waiting, please calm down and appreciate the customs and natural scenery here." When Simon heard this, he knew that he would definitely stay in Northern Europe for a few days. So he could only smile and say, "Madam, your Majesty is right. In that case, I will wait patiently in Northern Europe. Your Majesty can summon me at any time." Helena nodded and said, "Mr. Rothschild has come from afar. I have prepared a banquet in the palace today. Mr. Rothschild, if you have time in the evening, please come to the palace for the banquet." Simon was instantly happy when he heard Helena invite him to the palace for a banquet. In the past, he actually looked down on Helena, a down-and-out noble. But now it is different. Helena is his adopted parent. It is natural for him to be honored to be invited to dinner by his adopted parents. So he said without hesitation, "Thank you for the invitation from Her Majesty the Queen. I will definitely go to the palace on time for the banquet." Helena nodded slightly and asked him, "By the way, Mr. Rothschild, did you bring your family with you to Northern Europe this time? If so, please invite them to come too." Simon hesitated for a while. This time he came to Northern Europe with his eldest son Steve. This was not Steve's initiative, but his request. The older he got, the more Simon was afraid of being abandoned by his friends and relatives. Especially being betrayed by his own son. The previous experience and lessons of the Fay family were there. The old man went abroad and left the heir in the country, which just gave the heir the opportunity to seize power. So he didn't dare to leave Steve alone in the United States. If Steve bribed other people behind his back and found the right opportunity to undermine him, he might not be able to go back. He brought Steve with him this time, under the pretext of being more practical with his help. But in fact, he wanted to bring him around to avoid any moths. It just so happened that Steve also wanted to come and see what kind of cooperation Charlie had with his old father. That made the old man so obsessed. He guessed that the old man did this for Charlie's magical elixir. So he thought that if the old man really got the elixir this time in Northern Europe, then although he couldn't control anything, he had to take the opportunity to find Charlie's bitterness and grievances. When Simon first heard Helena's invitation, he planned to go to the palace for the banquet by himself. But when he heard that Helena was also going to invite his family, he didn't know whether he should bring Steve with him. If he brought him with him, if he knew that he was going to live a few more years, and was going to postpone the day when he would inherit the family, there would definitely be some embarrassment between the father and son. And once he revealed this intention, his son would get a message. That is, he would definitely try every means to extend his life, which would make his son even more desperate. But if he didn't bring him with him, if Helena knew that her son also came to Northern Europe, she would definitely think that he was not very honest. After thinking it over, he tentatively said to Helena, "Your Majesty, my eldest son is also coming here this time. I will take him to the palace for a banquet in the evening. But Your Majesty, since the acceptance of the RE model still needs time, can we not mention the matter of the elixir at the banquet tonight?" "No problem." Helena readily agreed and said with a smile, "It would be best if from now on, until the acceptance is completed, neither of us will mention the matter of the elixir. To be honest, Mr. Rothschild, you just don't want me to mention it at the banquet. And I don't want to mention it at any time before the delivery." Simon knew that Helena said this because she thought he was asking too often. So he quickly said, "Your Majesty, please rest assured that I will never mention anything related to the elixir before the acceptance is completed."